why not fight against Pereira, a guy who's the same age as you, and we walk around the same exact size? Only fight right now that makes sense to my legacy, a guy who's young and, well, my age and active still, and have something worthwhile to me.
Here, he didn't seem over the moon about the idea of you fighting at heavyweight. If you could send a message to him, I'm sure you'll have meetings and stuff, but what would your pitch be to move up to heavyweight?
Não precisa. A gente já teve uma conversa lá atrás.
No need, we already talked backstage.
What did he say?
O que ele falou?
Segredo.
He didn't seem overly excited about the idea of you competing at heavyweight. Will the highly anticipated fight between Alex Pereira and Jon Jones actually take place? This potential matchup was a topic of speculation for more than a year, but nothing concrete ever came from it. Jon went on to face Tom Aspinall, while Alex lost his title to his rival. However, the Brazilian powerhouse made a strong comeback, defeating the Dagestani fighter in their rematch, which has brought this dream fight back into discussion. Could this fight be scheduled for the UFC White House event, particularly after a lackluster event in Vegas? The story picks up in 2024. Pereira is on an incredible winning streak, with 3 victories by knockout. He also stepped up to headline 2 major UFC events, establishing himself as a key figure. He has become one of Dana White's most valued fighters. In a span of just 11 months, Pereira has fought 4 times, securing 4 knockouts and defending his title on 3 occasions.
I was at work and had a bunch of meetings over there this afternoon, and I went over to the PI and he was over in the PI. And I'm like, well, you're the last guy I expected to see here today. What are you doing here? And they were telling me, we want to fight at heavyweight. I said, how about we win tonight and focus on tonight, and then we can talk about, heavyweight.
With such complete dominance, he began to set his sights on a 3rd UFC title. At the time, Jones was the champion, but showed no interest in the fight.
35 pounds bigger than me, right? I get it. It's like, wow, this Jon's so good. We finally found someone way younger and way bigger than him. Let's see how he does against that. I get that narrative. But for me, if you were my manager, if you were on my team, why not fight against Pereira?
Dana White made it clear that a fight between Pereira and Jones would not happen unless Jones gave up his title. As expected, Jones vacated his title and stepped away. However, after a recent statement from Jon Jones, coupled with Pereira's victory and his camp's performance, these 2 factors are now pointing in different directions, and this matchup is once again a possibility for the White House event.
Is Conor coming back?
So Conor says he's coming back. He's in the pool. He's doing his thing. He's all kinds of footage of him training. He wants to fight on this White House card. We'll see.
Great. The White House. Dana White said you and Jon Jones, that's a real deal.
I'm going home. I'm going to get the head down. I'm going to rest. They're testing me. I'm in the pool. I says, man, I thought that's what the pills are for, jumping in and out. But I'm back in the pool. So get ready and stay ready, because damage will be done. Oval Office, White House.
Has been a lot of discussion about the White House event, and Dana has been frequently questioned about Jones' potential return.
Jones says he wants to be on there too, and he says he would fight whoever the champion is at that time. But would you be okay with him coming back and potentially winning that belt again? And you might have to go through.
Well, it's not even about him winning the belt. I mean, how I felt about him. I can't risk putting him in big positions in a big spot and have something go wrong.
Around that time, Conor resumed his training and appeared to be taking it seriously. The world was eagerly awaiting his potential return after the Pereira rematch. There was no longer any uncertainty about Jones's return, especially following Alex's historic comeback.
I'm like, well, you're the last guy I expected to see here today. What are you doing here? And they were telling me, we want to fight at heavyweight. I said, how about we win tonight and focus on tonight, and then we can talk about, heavyweight. And I don't know.
He had a remarkable fight, And now everyone is eager for a legendary showdown between Jones and Alex Pereira, a fight that fans everywhere want to see. At this point, the only thing left is to convince Dana to make it happen, as this event could be even bigger than Conor McGregor's return. Why is everyone so interested in Alex moving up to heavyweight? Consider this. A fight between Jones and Alex would be unlike any other. It's true that Jones has been out of the cage for some time, while Pereira is at the height of his career and showing clear improvement. Even in the heavyweight division, Alex would likely be quicker than Jones. Using Cyril Gane as a measure of Jones' power isn't accurate. Furthermore, Pereira's left hook will carry even more force at heavyweight, enough to end the fight early. Picture this event with Conor's return. The Pereira-Jones fight might not even take place. What could be a bigger matchup than that? Perhaps Conor versus all three of them. However, what could make this dream a reality is a shakeup in the heavyweight division. That is what is occurring now after the recent fights. The renewed hope for this matchup could pave the way for Jon Jones's return. The victory over Magomed has created many new possibilities for Alex. We are not just talking about the fight itself. Alex is a formidable opponent, but he has a history of finger injuries, and this time he will be facing a challenge greater than any he has faced before. However, Dana White's approval is essential. It is possible that Pereira might vacate his title to compete at the White House event, especially if Conor does not return. In that case, the Pereira-Jones fight would be a certainty. If this fight is made, the stakes will be even higher.
Around at like 240, and he has magnificent accolades. Business-wise, it makes more sense. Fight the, I'm going to call him, fight the nobody that may be more dangerous, or fight the guy with all the accolades.
Both fighters are of a similar age, which would make for a competitive matchup. I will say again what I said back in 2024. At that time, I did not believe Pereira had even a slight chance of winning. Jones has the skill to easily take Pereira to the ground and has shown he can absorb kicks. But things are different now. Alex has demonstrated significant improvement in his takedown defense in his recent fights, having learned from his past errors. Pereira has clearly made great progress. Alex is skilled at controlling the distance, and even at heavyweight, he would have a speed advantage over Jon Jones. While Jones is known for his fight intelligence, that may not be enough to overcome Alex in a prolonged fight. The main question is, what would Jones' strategy be if he is unable to take Pereira down, especially considering his powerful punches and calf kicks? Can Jones withstand the force of Pereira's strikes, particularly the left hook? This is why many believe the fight would favor Pereira at this point. This represents the single best opportunity for Pereira to secure a victory over Jon Jones, the greatest fighter in history, who has never been defeated, and to once again shock the world. If Jones wins, he will solidify his status as the greatest in the history of combat sports for all time.